Hello, lovelies. How y'all doing? I think I'm live. Can somebody confirm or deny that for me? Can anybody out there hear me? I think I'm live. Gonna adjust my camera just a scooch. Try to get it straight. Let's see. All right, I don't know. Nobody's saying that they can see or hear me, so I'm not sure. I'm just gonna start talking, and hope that you can hear me. I don't know. I don't see my little microphone thing moving around, so. Oh, yay! Hi, Elle. Awesome. Okay, yay. Wonderful. All right, let me see. Let me do a little roll call here because I see some lovelies here with us. Hi, Tina. Hi, Deirdre. Hi, Roseanne and Carrie. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Linda. Good to see all of you. Hi, Courtney. Hey there. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Elle. Hi, Allie. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Marguerite. Hello, lovely. Marguerite, I just saw some messages from you on my YouTube, a couple of YouTube videos that I think you commented on that I had not seen yet. So I will respond to those later. Hi there, Carrie. Oh, I already said hey to you, Carrie. Hi, Karen. Yeah. All right, loves. So welcome and welcome back. Welcome to those of you, if this is your first time joining me for one of my YouTube live streams. My name is Kiala Givehand. And I am a multi-talented, multi-passionate person. I do a lot of things, so I'm not going to sit here and try to list them all for you. Just hang around and get to know me, and you'll kind of see who I am and what I do in the world. I'm pretty consistent in that creativity is my lifeline. And yeah, a lot of the work I do in the world is about empowering others to creatively express themselves. So that is a variety of ways that we can do that. So I'm glad you're here. If you're here live, thank you for being here, spending some of your day with me today. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for taking the time to do that. So this live stream, I don't really have like a main thing I'm going to do or a main thing I'm going to talk about. I am going to just chat a little bit, show you all some things, some random hodgepodge items and things. I'm going to talk and stitch a little bit. So that's my plan. If you learned about this live stream from the email I sent, if you read all the way to the bottom, you saw the video to the replay of where I started this beauty. I started this before I left for Sacred Makers. And so I'm going to work on that a little bit more today. I still have some pieces I want to patchwork on to this before it's officially ready for me to start doing some stitching onto it, but I'm kind of loving it there. Not kind of, I'm loving it. It's almost there. Only a little bit up here, a little bit down here, and then it'll be ready for me to start stitching. So I'm going to work on that a little bit today while we chat. But I'm also going to show you all some things. So for instance, well, first of all, let's do what we do here. For those of you that were not here for the ABCs of me, the 30 days of vlogging that I did in, what was that, y'all, the month of April, I'm thinking. I invite you to go back and watch that. You'll get lots of yummy insights on that. I have a couple of new decks here. Here's one that I haven't opened. I think I'll open that one today. Maybe I'll open two because I have a stack of them here that I need to open and figure out what I'm going to do with. So why don't we do that? Do a little reading, a little collective reading, and then we'll do some chatting and creating. So tell me how you guys are doing. How's everybody doing? I saw that y'all were writing in the chat what you're working on and what you're doing during this creative time. So I invite you, if you didn't get to do that, feel free to do that now. See, lots of you are working on photos and some of you are taking care of your fur babies right now. Love it. This thing is shrink wrapped. You understand? We've got mixed media collage happening, watercolor art while you watch. Love it. Hope you're working on those cards, Suzanne. All right, let's get this party started. This is called Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle. This is by Abiola Abrams. She has another deck, Goddess Rising, maybe? African Goddess Oracle? No, African Goddess Rising. I don't know that I shared that one here. Why is my trash can so far away from me right now? It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so it comes with a little guidebook. Inside of the box says, let's put on the specs. Whether or not you know your ancestors, they know you. Spirit was our first ancestor. I love that. Very nice. Listen, I'm going to just say this. The size of these decks, I wish that they could streamline them just like half an inch on each. Not even half an inch. Like, yeah, I just wish they were a little bit smaller. Like, shave off 2/8 over here and 2/8 over here, and I feel like they'd be the perfect size for a regular average size hand. So let's look at a few of these. Boo Boo the Fool. Okay, is this supposed to be tarot? No, it says Oracle. Okay, so we're starting with Zero the Fool. Boo Boo the Fool. Possibilities and potential. The Conjure Woman. Manifestation. The High Priestess. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit of a tarot vibe happening here. We've got the Fool. We've got the Magician. We've got the High Priestess. We've got the Empress, the Matriarch. Nurture the Harvest. We've got the Patriarch, which would be the Emperor, Unapologetic. So I'm seeing a little bit there. We've got number 5, the Shaman, which would map to the Hierophant. So I'm seeing that. 6 is the Twins, which would map to the Lovers. 7, the Monarch. This would map to the Chariot. So I'm seeing some tarot inspired cards happening here. The Chiefess. Strength card. The Loner. The Hermit card. Isolation and introspection. The Goddess Circle. This would be the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. So I'm digging this. I'm seeing what's happening. We've got the Justice card. The Judge. Poetic Justice. 12. The Martyr. The Hanged Man. Nice, nice. Ooh, I love the flowiness of that dress. That's really beautiful. Jumbi, Total Disruption. 13. That's our Death card. 14, Temperance, the Peacemaker, Persistent Patience. 15, the Devil, the Trickster, Ego and Excess. I love what she's done here. I have not opened this deck because I was like, I don't know. But I'm glad I'm opening it now. So she says, our ancestors have much to teach us about ourselves and our place in this life. The 45-card Oracle deck is designed to help you connect with the spirits of your ancestors, the divine, and the harmonies present throughout the universe. Those are archetypes. Featuring 5 suits of ancestral figures, each corresponding to the elements of Ase, fire, water, air, and earth. Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle is the perfect tool for those looking to deepen their spirituality and connect with the wisdom and experience of those who came before them. The writer of the book is Abiola Abrams, and the illustrator is Destiny Powell. Love it. All right, so 16 tower, 17 star, 18 moon. She's got the shadow. 19 sun. Got the griot. I love that. The griot. These cards are really beautiful, though. The huntress, soul awakening. The ancestral force, completion. All right, let's see where she goes after that. So then we have altar of fire, root of fire. Okay, I see. So basically we've got the 22 majors, and it looks like probably the court cards. 4 for fire, 4 for water. Oh, wait, 5. 5 for each, because she's also got Ase, which I'm thinking is spirit. And then 5 for air. And then 5 for earth. And then 3 cards. Mother God, Father God, the unknown. Okay, all right. I might like this deck. I might. All right, so I'm going to shuffle. Oh, I love it. Linda is hemming hand-woven towels. Nice. Elle's enjoying some time for herself and creative practices since returning to full-time work last week. Oh, yeah. Transitions. Transitions can always be a little easier with our creative practices at hand. The things that help us stay connected to our inner voice. All right, a couple more shuffles here. All right, I'm going to do what I usually do, one for me and one for the collective, and we'll just ask the question, what do we need to bring our awareness to for the week ahead? Let's do a week ahead. Courtney says the trickster is a good archetype. Yeah, it is. All right. Oh, yes. Someone, Marguerite says, I'm working on calming my frayed nerves. Yeah. All right, universe. All right, we're going to take that jumper card. And in that moment, so Marguerite, this is going to be a card for you, because in that moment I was thinking, I wonder if Marguerite would like me to pull a card for her. So we're going to set that to the side. That's your card. All right. It jumped out as I was thinking about you, so I trust that. All right, for my personal card for the week ahead. Root of fire. Risk it all. Woo! That makes me a little nervous. That makes me a little nervous, people. Risk it all. Okay, I hear you. I'm going to sit that there. Let's see what we have for our collective for the week. Ooh, risk it all. That's got me feeling, I feel it welling up in me. Whew, I got to take a few deep breaths on that. All right, and for our collective for the week ahead, I'm going to bring our awareness and attention to Father God, radical truth. Ooh, baby. All right, so first things first, what I see here is masculine, feminine energy, definitely divine duality, which happens to be the theme of the month that we're working with in Pull Pen Paint right now. This month, we're working with divine duality. So the fact that we've got this feminine energy, fiery feminine energy showing up with this masculine male energy. Yeah, I'm going to receive that. Also, I'm noticing a 7 and a 5. 23 adds up to 5 and 43 adds up to 7. So instantly that brings me back to Hierophant energy and Chariot. Chariot is my soul and personality and name and a whole bunch of other numbers in my numerological blueprint. This Father God card says radical truth. Radical truth. I'm also looking colors. I'm seeing red, lots of root chakra. I'm seeing purple, lots of crown chakra energy. Let's go to her writing and see what Abiola has to say about these two cards. Because, you know, when it's an oracle deck, sometimes you have to get to know the deck a little bit before you read it fully intuitive. But my intuitive, before I even go there, my intuitive read of these cards is exactly what I just said, like embracing that divine duality for the week coming. For me personally, for the collective, I'm also looking at like bringing the cosmos in, like paying attention to what's happening cosmically, cyclically in our world. Also, we've got a solstice coming up, so that brings that to mind for me as well. Paying attention to cycles and systems. And then I see radical truth down here, and instantly for me that goes radical truth to me is like the truth we tell ourselves, being super radical, not just in telling the truth to others, but telling the truth to ourselves as well. To me, that is the most radical act, is like just honesty to the point of, even if you feel embarrassed, to just tell the truth about something. Like that's kind of what I see with that. All right, let's see what Abiola has to say. We'll start with the collective, actually. Father God, radical truth. There may be dishonesty or confusion around you, but there is an old saying, the truth will out. Or, as the grandmas used to say, what's done in the dark will soon come to the light. Let me tell y'all something. I have heard that 1,001 times in my lifetime. I think all my aunties, my mama, my grandmama, my great grandmama, they all used to say that. So what's done in the dark will soon come to the light. Or better yet, my mother likes to say, oh, everything you do in the dark always comes to light. So there's that. What do you believe to be true? This ancestral energy is focused on righting wrongs and doing the just thing. It is self-compassionate to be truthful with yourself. Hey, I was spot on with that. It is courageous to be truthful with others. If you root yourself in the truth, you cannot fail. Then she gives, it looks like for each card, she gives an ancestral memory, an ancestral medicine, a shadow aspect, so when the card is reversed, and then the tarot correspondence and a declaration, which I'm thinking is also maybe a affirmation. So I'm going to read those to you. The declaration is, I keep it real. I keep it real. The tarot correspondence is Jupiter, so expansion, right? But she says she's making this correspondence to this card in Jupiter based on the Marseille tarot. Jupiter corresponds to the Hierophant in modern tarot decks. I think it depends on what lineage you're following, but so she says Father God shows up as Olafin, the omnipresent, omnipotent incarnation of the supreme God in the Yoruba religion. He is the just ruler of heaven and earth. The medicine, allowing yourself to be authentic, is a privilege denied to many who came before. How can you be more of yourself? My beloved child, are you willing to drop the mask at home and in the rest of your life? So I would say this week is about radical truth. It's about being honest about who you are, speaking your truth, sharing your truth, all the things. I love it. Hello, Tiffany. Good to see ya. And it's not evening. We're on the same time zone, lady. It's still afternoon. It's not evening yet. See, this is why I call you grandma sometimes, right there. I love it. Okay. And then I will sit with my card, but I'll go ahead and read to you all some of the things that she says here. Yes, you can make it happen. It is safe for you to feel beyond your usual limits. Embrace your personal freedom and follow your passion. Be curious. If you are an advocate for social issues or an activist, let your voice be heard. You can make a difference. All root and plant spirits are messengers. The root of fire, also called the African dream root, is an indication to move ahead. This plant cester, oh, I like that. Instead of just ancestor, plant cester. Ha! I'm digging it. This plant cester wants you to explore your passions with enthusiasm. So really, like, the deck is just going to come out of the gate with the big guns blazing at me on the first card I pull. Good gracious. And I'm saying that, y'all, because in my journaling this morning, I was writing about making this shift to start talking about the things that I actually care about the most, on my Instagram feed, on my blog, in my newsletter, like, I mean, here on YouTube, all the places, to really begin to bring things to where I am now, right? Moving all of my social platforms and all of my, to let them catch up to me. They are still not caught up to me in terms of, I think I'm still talking about things I was talking about when I first started my social media accounts, right? And so I've grown, I've evolved. My conversation in those places needs to grow and evolve as well. So I was writing a lot about that. And so this card, I feel, is really trying to call me out. So there you go. The ancestral memory. African dream root was instrumental in helping goddess warrior Queen Mother Nanny and the Maroons in Jamaica in their fight for liberation. African dream root is also used by the Xhosa people of South Africa for lucid dreaming and in spiritual initiations. The ancestral medicine, stop tiptoeing. Oh my God. Okay. Can you just, without bringing my journal out and showing it to y'all, I literally wrote, I feel like I'm tiptoeing most of the time around people's feelings, around people's emotional state. Around, like, I just had a list of things. And I was like, how can I not tiptoe, but still also care for people and their, you know what I mean? So anyway, I had a whole rant about it. And here this card is saying, stop tiptoeing. Your ancestors were brave in ways that you cannot even imagine. Acknowledge their lessons of courage within your own journey. The tarot correspondence is the Page of Wands, and the declaration, I am passionate about my next steps. I feel like I got to log off after this. Like, I don't even know what else I need to do or say. God darn it. And what did I say when I first pulled this deck out? I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to like this deck. I haven't opened it for a reason and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this is the reason why I work with decks, because sometimes we're feeling a thing, we're speaking a thing, we're dealing with a thing, we're journaling about a thing, we're creating around a thing, and then we just need that extra little nudge or wink from the universe that says you're on the right track, you're thinking about the right things, creating the right things, doing the right things. Just stay the course. And I feel like this card is doing that. And this whole risk it all, is that going to be my mantra for this coming week? Whew, bless it. Okay, that's where I am. All right, so those are the cards. And then, Marguerite, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the card that fell out. The twins, conscious connections. This card is very much mapped to the Lover's card in tarot, the 6. The number 6 is a really great number to really work with, because it is the number of harmony, and it's also the number of service. It's nurturing, it's commitments, idealism, domestics, but it's also it maps to Gemini. Now, I don't know if she's mapped it to Gemini in hers, but in tarot we map the Lover's card to Gemini. And so again, I'm coming back to divine duality, right? And Marguerite, I don't think you're in PPP this year, but that's the theme we're working with this month. And for us, it's really about how we bring the parts of us that feel like they could be in conflict, masculine and feminine energy, how we help them harmonize, how we help those things integrate and be one in us, and show up in balance, right? Sometimes we're way too much in our feminine and way too much in our masculine. And sometimes we need that reminder that we are meant to be in balance with those energies. So I don't know if that's helpful for you and what you are working with and going through, but that's the card that came up. I'm happy to read you what she says. I will do it quickly. She does map it to the tarot of the lovers. She says, you deserve to be loved fully and completely on your terms. Check in with your closest relationships. What needs to be addressed? Are you at a crossroads? The twin ancestors show up together to represent love of all kinds, familial, romantic, divine, and self-love. The twins are heart-led, passionate, and crave connection. Bring your whole self to all loving unions. You are worthy just as you are. The declaration, I am worth loving, and I am love. So I hope that's helpful for you, Marguerite. Come back and listen to the replay if you need to. But there's that card one more time, and it's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, friends. So that's this one's gonna, I can see right now this one's gonna be a heavy hitter. It's gonna talk to me straight. What do they say? I can't remember the words people use, but it's something like anyway, it's going to be very, very accurate and pretty spot on for me. Okay. Woo-wee. So I think y'all know that I just got back from Sacred Makers about not even a week ago yet, 7 days ago. 6 or 7 days ago. And it was awesome and amazing. I'm pretty sure I'm still partially there. It was absolutely wonderful. It's one of those moments where you're just like, yeah, you can't make this stuff up. It just, the right people show up. Who's supposed to be there shows up, and you know, you have to just trust it. Gonna be opening up registration for 2025 soon. Oh, let me show y'all some stuff. Hold on before I start gluing things down. Let's look at some things from Sacred Makers. So one of the things I really love about Sacred Makers is we have this art market that we do on Saturday. And during the art market, teachers and students can sell things that they make. You know, they bring stuff to sell. And let's see. Let me see. I didn't buy a lot of stuff. I bought, I don't know where it is. I think I bought a painting from Deanna Strahan Wilson, which is awesome and amazing. I bought some journals from folks. Let's see. Not from folks, from Jamie Noy. Let me just show you a few other things. All right, so here's one of the journals that Jamie made. I couldn't leave this little red and black leather journal. I was like, yeah, I got to take this. So this has watercolor paper in it, and it's just the cutest little thing. I love it. Love, love, love it. I just love how she did like a little half thing there. Just, yeah. And it's just, I mean, yes, half of you right now, like, Kyla, you could have made that. And this is true. I could have. However, I like to support other makers, other people who are creating. I think that that is something we all should do as makers and creatives is we should be supporting other makers and creatives. So yes, 1,000 times I could make this myself. But why? Jamie already made it for me. So I really love her treatment of it though. Red thread, red and black. I'm digging that. And yeah, I'm going to fill it up with some watercolor. So there's that. And then I think she told me that one has about 96, 98 pages. Then there's this one. I couldn't leave this one there either. This one has also watercolor paper in it, 80 pages. But look at this. I just love these little splatters and drips. And this is like canvas, kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like upholstery, but like outdoor fabric kind of. It's really beautiful. She put some freehand stitching on there, and then she did, the stitching that comes from the binding. But I just thought this was such the cutest little cover. I was like, okay, I have to have that. And then I love how she did her closure. I thought that was a really neat closure. I think this is just like a piece of the same kind of elastic you might use for your head, for a head, like if you're going to tie a ponytail tie. So anyway, I really love it. And I mostly really love this fabric, but she painted that. So it's black, and then she painted the colors and things on there. So I really loved that one. Now I'm sitting here like, how many journals did I buy? Okay, those were the only two I was going to buy. And then, listen. Then I saw another one, and I was like, I can't. It was looking at me like, don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Tiff says she bought one from Jamie as well. Look at this. I couldn't leave it. First of all, craft text that is basically red earth. And if you have followed me for 5 seconds, okay, you know that my absolute favorite color, here, let's just go ahead and pull it out, by Daler Rowney in this acrylic ink, is this red earth. Tell me that is not perfect. Come on. I was like, I can't leave it. And then it had this blue, which mimics indigo, which is my color of the year. So I was like, okay, little book, I hear you. I won't leave you. She did a lovely chain stitch. Some call it the loop stitch. Just depends on who you learn it from. And this one has also watercolor paper in it. And I also felt like all of her journals were basically saying, all of them didn't have watercolor journal on paper. I felt like all of them, though, that I picked had watercolor paper, which was like, Kyla, it's time for you to start doing the watercolor thing. So there is, yeah, just all of this beautiful watercolor paper in it. But what I really loved, y'all, I mean, what drew me to this was the red earth craft text. And then I just love her stitching on it. I feel like she did a beautiful treatment of the stitching and the stitches on this, like just really loose and kind of fun, funky, and I like that a lot. So and the size, this size just felt good and right. So I'm excited about those 3 journals. All right, so then I got also from Jamie hold please, let me grab this from okay, also from Jamie, this bag that she made. Love it, with the little pull on it. I'm always enamored, that's the word I'm gonna use, by people who can do zippers, but not just doing zippers, because I think, zippers can be fairly easy, but it's when they put these little end caps on. Now you got me. Now you got me going, you're amazing. That's amazing. So, and it's just so exquisitely done. Like, look at it's just so straight and so everything. It's speaking to all the things I love. I shared this recently in my intro in the human design immersion that I was teaching, that one of the things I know about my human design is, yeah, anyway, the bottom line is I love straight lines. and I'm okay with it. And so that just did everything for me. She ice dyed these. So this was fabric that she ice dyed. And I love that. Those of you that went with us to Florala for Grits Tour, we ice dyed our shirts. And so I just loved the colors of this. And it's so freaking soft. And it has some yummy lining on the inside. So it's a nice sturdy bag. It's not going to be flopping all over the place. And I just have to say, this is a darn good zipper she gave us on these bags. Like, this zipper is top-notch zippering, if that's a thing. Okay. So anyway, that's beautiful. The other thing we had at Sacred Makers was a trade table. So people could bring things that they wanted to de-stash or give away, and they could pick something up that they wanted to take or not. They didn't have to pick something up. So of course, I'm all in de-stash mode, but let me show you what I came home with from the trade table. Because, well, again, I was just like, I'm going to take some things. All right, so I got some washi tape. Some beautiful and amazing washi tape. Look at this with the African symbols on it. I was digging that. Some hieroglyphics. This one with the books. I was just like, I'm loving these books on the shelf. Washi. This one is kind of like a little ruler. What else? All of this stuff came from the trade table. These papers were a part of it. Vellum paper and sticker set, ancient Egypt. So just a lot of different papers. I don't even, y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, but I was like, I can't leave it. I gotta take it with me. I gotta. I don't know what this is, but this was there. I feel like it was a part of that, but maybe not. Let's open it up and see together. Why don't we? Let's see what it is. My love affair with time. Okay. My love affair with time. I just love these. I think they're gorgeous. I think these would actually be like some beautiful book covers or page dividers or something. I don't know, but I'm digging them. So I picked them up. Okay. What else? Oh, again with time. Are these stickers? Oh, I think these are stickers. Oh, they're stickers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then I got these lovely things. It says Césaire. I'm gonna have to look this up what this is, but anyway. Are they sticky? Yeah, it's kind of sticky on the back, almost like a sticky note. But they're all the same thing. But this little wheel. But I loved it. I thought it was really neat because first of all, I love anything that's circular. But it reminded me definitely of like, I feel like I could do something with this with like a spinner on it. I don't know. I'm gonna play with it. Who knows what I'm gonna do with it, if anything. Y'all know. Oh, it says notepad. I don't know how many there are, but yeah, these may come in some of the boxes that I'm shipping out to folks. And then, yeah, there was a bunch of other stuff. This one says mystery theme. It's got a bunch of these things in it. I'm guessing it's got stickers and, oh, it says clear stamps. Huh, let's look at that. Let's check this out because clearly I didn't open them. Also, the person who put them on the trade table didn't open them. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh, literally clear stamps. Got it. Got it. Oh, I'm digging it. That's kind of like the wheel of the year. I mean, yeah, wheel of the year. Huh. Very Sherlock Holmesy. and I don't need more stamps, but what are you going to do? This one is also clear stamps. So apparently all of these things. Oh, sundial, time again, things with time. So that's a thing. This little thing, I don't even know what's in it, but I picked it up because I was like, I would like to do something with the tin. Doesn't matter what's in it. So yeah, little stickers it looks like. It says 32 washi stickers. Yeah, I don't know. Again, if you get a box from me, you might see some of these in the box. Because, well, this is like more than I will use in a lifetime, right? All right, what else? I think that was, oh, no. The big thing from the trade table. Hold on. I have no idea who put this on the trade table, but I love them. Thank you, whoever you are that put this stack. It was just like this on the trade table with this rubber band on it. And it is, drum roll please, wallpaper samples. Wallpaper samples to a bookbinder. This is like kryptonite. Come on. Come on. You all know I'm going to be doing something yummy with these. I haven't even looked through them. So this is my first time looking through them. So let's look through them together. Oh, this one is very textural. I can feel it's kind of like fabric-y on it. That's nice. Oh yeah, I'm digging that. I could get a couple of books out of this. Oh, I'm in love with whoever put this on the table. And it was like the last day that the person put these on the table. I went in, we were going through our cleanup process in the evening of the very last night. And this was just on the table. And I had looked at that table every day since we got there. I'm digging that. I like that a lot. So these are really, really amazing. Ooh, loving this color. Fits my indigo color of the year. That's nice. These little, I'm guessing those are fish. So I was just like, who in their right mind left me this? Thank you, person. Whoever it was. Because it was like a no, don't ask, don't tell. Just throw your stuff up there, take whatever you want. That was the whole thing about the trade table. So, ooh. Oh my gosh. I feel like I just need to go on a bookmaking frenzy for the next month because this is just too freaking good. Sashiko! This just reminds me of the Sashiko, I think it's called Ocean or Waves pattern. I'm digging that a lot. These are just adorable, and I'm so happy. And then there's a little extra piece there. Again, fabric-y, very fabric-y. But look at that. That's already ready to be a little small journal. Tell me that's not a little small journal. Already waiting. Ah, digging it. Digging it, digging it. Unpasted, strippable. That's interesting. I'm just curious because sometimes I know there's peel and stick wallpaper. I'm curious to see if that is this. I don't think it is. Nope, I don't think so. But anyway, this was like my favorite haul of them all. My favorite part is that I feel like I just came up on some of these. So feeling pretty darn jazzed about it, if I must say so. Cannot wait to play with them and see what I get. All right, what else can I share with you all from Sacred Maker? So we had that trade table. Sometimes the teachers will bring extra kits and give me one. So Cindy from Junk Art gave me a kit from her class, and I was so excited to get that. And Cindy just takes such love and care in packaging her kits for her students. Now, I have smushed it trying to get it back home, but little piece of vintage fabric, and then just yummy things inside. Oh, these two came from the trade table. And this. Hold on. Let me take out the things that Cindy did not give me. Okay. Trade table. Isis. Those of you in PPP, you know I've been traveling with Isis for several years. So Isis showed up again. This Tim Holtz mummy cloth showed up on the trade table. And this little Japanese notebook that is so beautiful for fountain pen. So those are from the trade table. These were some leftover pens. Each Sacred Makers, I give a, in the little swag bags, there's always a pen of some sorts. And so the pens this year were these gel pens, different colors. So these were some of the extras. And then Cindy's little, I mean, look at this, just so cute, the way she packages everything. Let's see. I want to, yes, I'm being careful because I want to try to preserve it. So she had these beautiful items in here for folks. She had paintbrushes, one of her little prints on a card, a little stencil that she made, glue stick, an eraser, a little roll of fabric to work on, plus some vintage fabrics. This looks like thread in there and some other little goodies. Some embroidery floss. These are pretty much Cindy's colors, minus the brown. She has very pink and orange and yellows are her colors, so she gave embroidery floss. Some makeup sponges to work with, a pencil, a little container. I think they were doing some, I didn't take her class, so I don't have all the logistics of what they were doing, but, and I mean, just this envelope alone, come on. Little canvas board, and then some paper that she had them working on as like their palette paper that they could then do something with after the fact. Some little napkins in there, a couple other things that she sells in her Etsy shop are in there. So I was very grateful. Thank you, Cindy, if you're watching this, for her bringing me a little extra, bringing me one of her kits. So I appreciate that. Because even if I sit in one teacher's class, I don't get to sit in all the teachers' classes, right? So thank you, Cindy. And then last but definitely not least, listen, these amazing humans at this event. First of all, Tiffany, I don't know if Tiffany is still here. Oh my gosh, y'all have been chatting it up. Hold on, let me go back through the chat before I share this last little thing. Okay. I don't even know where y'all been chatting up a storm. I haven't even been looking. Let me go back up. Okay, I do remember when I said it's not evening, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hi, Shara. I'm glad you're here. Yes, we've been missing each other live in all the ways, right? So I'm glad you're here. We made it together in a live session. Yeah. Courtney says, yep, you can't live with the gutter guards of other people's feelings. That part. Yeah, when I was talking about the risk it all. Glad it was helpful for you, Marguerite. Let's see. I'm going to take a little sip of water here. Yeah, Tiff said the market is so good. Yeah, that Saturday market is amazing. I've been thinking about how we can extend that at least another 30 minutes, but we're kind of locked in by our time for lunch. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, the art market is like one of my favorite parts. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Glad you're here. Deidre says, I have a whole house full of art that's local artists from Orlando. No more room on my walls. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Like, I think it's important for makers to support makers. Like, we just have to do that. A Georgia Bulldog. Oh, yeah, the red and black. Totally Georgia Bulldog colors. Yeah, not a fan, though. Just saying. Red Earth. Yep. Barbara, you nailed it. Deidre. Yep. Tiff says, I hope you're going to share. Oh, yeah. That was what was coming next. But you wrote that earlier. Where did she get all these? Sacred Makers. Sarah, I was sharing things I got from Sacred Makers. We had an art market, but then we also had a trade table there as well. Courtney says, wait, what? Miss doesn't measure her paper love straight lines. I absolutely do. I know. It's crazy pants. Thank you, Sarah, for that assist. 2024, the year Kyla fell in love with the zipper. Yeah, that zipper is bad. A double hockey sticks. That's not right. A double SS. What else? Kyla just took the trade table home. I did not. Here's what's crazy. There was a whole box of stuff left. So a big shout out to Bonnie, who agreed to take the box home and bring it back for us next year to do another trade table. Also, we're going to need a bigger trade table next year. We thought it would just be a few people bringing a few little things, but people were really bringing great things. And I mean, somebody brought an entire container of golden high flow that they were giving away, like a whole set, never been opened. I took one of the set because I was like, I don't need a whole set of high flow. I have high flow that I'm not using. But that one color I didn't have. So I did grab that. It was something like, I don't know, I have it around here somewhere. I have to look for it. But it was a color I had not seen in high flow. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take this. But when I came back the next time, somebody had already grabbed all the others, the whole set. People had like whole sets of just all, y'all, seriously, it was all sorts of things on that table. So no, there was a ton of stuff left. And the amazing Bonnie took it home with her to bring back to us next year. So really glad about that. Oh, Tiff's already gone. All right, bye, Tiff. Okay, just scrolling. I will not send you the 10, Courtney, I promise. Shay says she has a huge wallpaper sample collection. You may or may not get a text from me later. Just saying. Hi, Odelia. Welcome. No worries. Glad you're here. And yay for summer reading programs. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, those papers were amazing. That de-stash, restash. Yeah. Gotta love it. So I'm going to make a bunch of stuff. Yeah, the washi's beautiful. Tina says, Kylie, you got some good stuff on the trade table. Clearly, I need to shop before you get there. Listen, every day I would come into the little into Longhouse where we all were, and I would look at that trade table every time I would come in there. We were in there at least once a day. So I just was looking, and I'd be like, yeah, I saw all that stuff yesterday. And then I would see something different, and I'd say, okay, do I need it? Do I want it? So yeah, I just looked at it every single day because some people didn't put their stuff on the table until like that last day. So yeah, that was fun. Okay. So that was some sacred makery things. What else? Oh. So you all know that Tiffany Smith, who was just here, I don't think she's here anymore. She and I are buddies. That's my girl. And she knows that I have a love affair. And now you all are about to know. I have a love affair with denim shirts. Okay. I buy denim shirts, and I won't buy them brand new. I only buy them if I'm thrifting them. Unless I'm at a place and I see one that's brand new for like $3 or $4. But I will thrift them. Come home, clean them up real good. I am in love. I am obsessed with denim shirts. I'm not going to tell you how many I have. You can guess if you like. I have a lot of them. Everything from wearing them as smocks for when I'm creating to wearing them as a jacket, light jacket in the summer. I have some that are lighter, some that are heavier. So anyway, I have a bunch of them. And so Tiffany knows this about me. Every time we go thrifting, I go straight to where I think the denim shirts are going to be. Is one of the first things I go look at. And so she bought me this denim shirt. I'm gonna pause a lot because I'm trying not to cry when I talk about this. And she took some fabric and put the word Sacred Makers on the back of it and stitched them on before she came to the lake. And then every night we had stitching circles where we sat around in the big community space, and everybody just hung. We talked, hung out, stitched. Some were sketching, some were painting. Everybody was doing their own thing, but mostly people were stitching. And I'll show you why mostly people were stitching. But Tiffany somehow, she and my husband and my sister cousin who helps us at the retreat, she's a part of the team. This shirt went around to every single person at the retreat, and every single person, stitched on it. Every single person put something on here. And I love it so much. I love it. Every person did a little something. They either put a patch and hand stitched it on. Everything's hand stitched with the exception of this, what Tiffany had done before she came. Some of you in PPP, y'all know Cheryl. Cheryl was there and she did this one. Go from getting here to being here, which is something I say at the beginning of many of my calls. Tina, who is here in the chat right now. Tina did this one. And this is also something I say all the time in my classes. Let it be easy. And I can't remember every single one of every single person, but I remember certain ones because people came and, talked to me. This one was Cindy. Cindy did that. And that was my word of the year last year, shine. But people just put all sorts of really cute things on. Got these stars on here. This was one of our participants, Erin, did that. So just little stuff, little embellishments. This was Zelle. Those of you in PPP, you know Zelle. She had, this is a little inside joke, but she put that one on there. So yeah, just everybody did something. I think this one was Jamie, who I just showed you the journals from. I feel like this was maybe Rachel, one of our teachers. This was one of our participants. She did this beautiful tree-like thing on her bag for the retreat, and I think that was her. But look at this beautiful stitching. I'm like, oh my God. And so I was like, how did y'all do this? So they surprised me with it at the closing ceremony. And I was just like, how did you all do this? Like, I'm looking at this, like, this took time to stitch these things. And the person who did this one was like, I stitched the circles in my room and then I just came and stitched the thing onto it. But it doesn't matter. Like, the thing is, like, how they were doing this right under my nose, right under my nose the whole time. I was like, what is happening? So once they gave it to me, everybody would come up, that people were coming up and hugging me and telling me which ones were theirs and telling me things like, yeah, remember the stitching circle? I was sitting right next to you. I was stitching on it right then. I was like, but I wouldn't have thought there was no reason for me to be suspicious in any shape, form, or fashion because everybody was stitching. So, and here's why. Hold on. Oh yeah, I did buy that's my second bag that I bought from Jamie. This is some of her own fabric with her art on it. I bought that one too. But this is why people were stitching and I wasn't thinking anything of it. So in their swag bags, they had a Sacred Maker sampler, which is this. And so we were all stitching. It wasn't anything new. I mean, it wasn't anything weird or odd. We were all stitching because I did a little giveaway on the last day. I'm looking for my, oh, I have so much stuff down here. So everybody got a bag, and the intention was it's a blank canvas, and the intention is that they are going to make the bag interactive throughout the weekend and create on it while they're, you know, whatever. And so everybody got these samplers, designed by me, but screen printed by Kate Woodward, Woodard, and brought to the lake by Rachel Barclay. And so everybody had one of these so that they could then stitch it onto their, you know, bags after the fact. But so I didn't think anything of it in the stitching circles when everybody was stitching. Nothing about that crossed my mind. You know what I mean? And so I'm just like, yeah. So when they surprised me with the shirt at the end and everybody was telling me their stories, and they were like, yeah, did you see the 3 people who were like kneeled down at dinner the other night beside the table in the cafeteria? I was like, yeah, I thought they were just talking to other people at the table and there was no chair for them. They were like, no, they were both working and stitching on the shirt. I was like, oh my God. So it was just absolutely one of the best gifts I've gotten in a very long time. Very heartfelt, very thoughtful. I cried, ugly cried. I'm sure they got it on video, but it was amazing. So that was, yeah, that was really special. And I don't think it's one of those moments in your life that I feel like I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the feeling of that in that moment. So yeah, it was really great. And Tina says it was so much fun being a Secret Service stitcher. I love that. I love it. Yeah. Sarah says, I've never seen you in a denim shirt. Oh, Sarah, well, I don't know. Maybe you missed it. I don't always wear them in the house either, because like if I'm in the house, the temperature's usually so maybe you haven't. That's possible. That's totally possible. I don't doubt that. But yes, I have so many of them. It's kind of insane. Like when I showed my mother, she was like, they got you a denim shirt. The last thing you need, you don't need a denim shirt. I was like, but you got to look at it, Mom. So anyway, she cried when I explained the whole thing to her. She was all teary. She was like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. Tiffany really loves you. All these people love you. She had her whole little moment. Tina says, Kylie, you're so loved. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I felt that love. Seriously, I did. I really did. So yeah, it was great. Yeah, Roseanne, so did I. Yeah, it was a beautiful gift. It really was. I'm just looking at, yeah, everybody stitched on it. So yeah, I will treasure that shirt forever. I'm almost like afraid to work in it and get it painty or whatever, but I will be wearing it to every Sacred Makers. So I'm really, yeah. And I said I was going to add some stitches to it. I'm going to go back and count the number of people that were at every single Sacred Makers we've had so far. And I'm going to just do one little stitch for each person. And I'm going to continue that as a tradition on that shirt and just add a stitch for every single person that attends the retreat every year. So that'll be my addition to the shirt each year, is adding stitches for each group. So that's what yeah, so it was pretty special, pretty darn special. Yeah. Well, Dee says, what a great remembrance and honoring. Absolutely. It was. Okay. A wearable memory. Yeah, I love that. Talk about wisdom keeping, right, Elle? Mm-hmm. Tina says, I was trying to upload pictures of pretty cry here. Don't do it. Do not do it. I love it. So, okay. What else do I want to share with you all? How much time I got? All right, not a lot. Okay, I'm going to work on my little thing here while we chat a little bit for this last part. So I started a human design immersion this week that I'm teaching, leading, running. Let me find my glue stick. I think I'm going to use this one. And as a part of it, I was thinking, because I talked about human design here with everyone when I was doing my ABCs month, and so many of you seemed interested, I'm thinking that I may, figure out how to make that available to folks who want to join the immersion. It's a series of sessions that I'm doing all about human design, mostly designed to help you start to understand your human design a little bit more. We've only had the first session, and it was pretty much a review / get acquainted with your human design. And I've just been doing it with PPP so far, but I think that I can figure out a way to make it available to those who aren't in PPP, but would maybe like to just do that, who might want to, oh, that's too close to that. Who might want to join in on that, even if you're not in Pulp and Paint. So stay tuned. I will likely send it via email, and I may even come back on and talk about it here again. Kind of digging that, because my whole point with the immersion is I really want people to be able to understand their charts, understand at least what you're looking at, even if you don't quite know how to synthesize all of it at first. I do want people to be able to, just discern what they're looking at when they look at their charts for the first time. And I'm gonna, I'm giving homework, giving you ways to really begin to think about it and embody it. So that's what I'll think about how the best way to handle that. For those that might be interested, so you could drop me a little thumbs up or heart emoji or something in there. So for those that might be interested, that way I can just get a gauge if it's something that people would like to have access to be able to sign up for, if you want to sign up for it. Oh, I'm liking that little orange bit right there on that piece of fabric. I think I'm gonna try to get that in there. Let me just drink a little water. Tina, I'm laughing at you. Karen says, what are you gluing the fabric to? Will this be a book cover? So I don't know what it's going to be yet. Well, it started out as a piece that I'm going to stitch onto a bag. That is a really flimsy bag, and I wanted to kind of sturdy it up a little bit. So I thought I'd do a patchwork and stitch that onto the bag to make it stronger. But it's bigger than the bag, so I don't need the whole piece for the bag. So I'm thinking that I don't know yet. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm thinking that it will likely end up being, if anything, probably a journal cover, maybe maybe some patches to put on other things. I don't know yet. I'm just going to fill her up, start stitching on her, and see what wants to happen. And the glue that I am using is the Office Depot glue stick. It's a pretty good glue stick for tacking things down on fabric. So that's what that is. Awesome. Yay, Suzanne. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, the deck. Okay, so let's talk about deck creators. So I see y'all that are saying you want to do the human design. All right, so I'll see what I got to do on my end to make it easy for all of us, for you all to be able to get into that and access that. What I have coming up next week is the Deck Creators Mastermind. That is something I have run. We're in cycle 9 now, which I'm excited about. I used to do it twice a year, so some of those cycles were in the same year. But I kind of stopped doing it twice a year And I say that I may run it one more time this year. We'll see. I used to do it like in April and October. So I might be able to get in an October session this year, but I'm not going to commit to that. So don't hold me to that. But it's for people who want to learn who want to learn and have support around making your own, like Oracle or Tarot or Lenormand or inspiration decks. People who go through that class have made all sorts of different kinds of decks. So there's no one deck that we're making, but we are teaching you a repeatable process that you can use. But most importantly, what that class is really about is showing you giving you support around doing it, giving you a community to be a part of other people who are also making decks. So yeah, I mean, you could probably spend hours and hours and hours of your time figuring out the tech and the process and all the bits and pieces. So we try to simplify that part. But what makes the deck creator, what makes my deck creator mastermind unique is that we offer you a ton of support. There's a community of other creators. There's a community of other deck creators. We talk to you about not just the making of it, but the marketing, the selling, the packaging and shipping. Like, we have a couple people who are teachers in the program who have done majorly successful Kickstarters. And so they are in there talking about their process with the Kickstarters. So, I mean, it's more than just come learn the tech and come learn the process. It is also, the community piece. We have Sweet Seat opportunities, which are basically the opportunity to get coaching while it's all happening. This class used to be called, or the subtitle used to be, Make a Deck in a Weekend. And that is still true. You can make a deck in a weekend. But I changed the name because it started to feel like maybe people would beat themselves up when they came and did not finish their deck in a weekend, because not everybody is going to finish their deck in the weekend. Some people will. Most people don't. Now, it is designed for you to have it done, printed, and in your hands within 30 days. So that part, also, not everybody does that, right? Some people need more time than 30 days. Some people are still working on their artwork. Some people don't want to finish it until they have their guidebook done, right? So there's a lot of reasons why it doesn't always happen that way. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's happening. I put a link in the description of this live stream or for the Deck Creators Mastermind, so you can go check it out. And we start next week. There's also going to be a free panel discussion. So if you're curious and you're just like, what is all this talk about a deck creation? What are they talking about? Then you can come to the panel and hear some of the teachers talk about it. And there'll probably be some students there as well that will pull up onto the panel if necessary. But yeah, so that's happening. But it's really for anybody who has just a desire to make a deck. And it can be for yourself. It doesn't have to be. Courtney says you shouldn't be making a deck for anyone but yourself. Yeah, this is true. That's what we preach in Deck Creators Mastermind, is that you need to make the deck that you want to make, and then you can decide if you want to sell it to other people. I have lots of decks I have made, probably about 10 decks I've made that nobody else has ever even seen, that I use in my personal journaling and my personal self-discovery process. So yes, huge advocate for making decks that are your decks for you, all about you. And so, yeah. What else do we want to talk about? Thank you, Courtney. Courtney says, I will hype this class all night long. Thank you so much. So yeah, we've had a lot of folks, and you can, if you scroll down far enough on the landing page, on the sales page for the class, you'll see some examples of my decks, but also of the decks of our students, which to me is the bigger testimony, is like people actually go through this process and actually make decks that are amazing, that are absolutely phenomenal. So I feel like I need more fabric bits and pieces. I want to finish piecing this today. I do not want to get off this call until it is pieced. All the pieces. Let's see, what else do I see here? Those of you that were in Life is a Living Oracle, and if you're in PPP, please make sure you look at your, so if you're in PPP, Life is a Living Oracle, the Lenormand class, and the previous sessions, any previous cycle of Deck Creators Mastermind, please go into the discussion spaces of those classes. I've posted a discount for you. So please use your discount code. Thank you very much. And there is an option for installments for those who can't pay for it right out full. I've told y'all time and time again that I know what that is like, to be in a position where you want to take something, you feel like that thing will be of service to helping you financially, because that's the other thing, you know, creating a deck can be an additional stream of income, right? Especially if, yeah, for a lot of different ways. And I talk about a lot of the ways that it can be an additional stream of income for folks. So there's that. All right, what else? Oh, I know what else I wanted to tell you, y'all. I am getting ready to start doing more of my writing classes. So I have been neglecting my writing self and my writing life and my writing teaching. And that's one of the things I was journaling about. So when I got that card earlier that said, risk it all, stop tiptoeing, all the things. Yeah, I feel pretty called out by that for a lot of reasons. So I'm going to, yeah, so without a lot of muss and fuss here, I'll just say stay tuned for those of you that like to do writing classes. Wisdom Keepers 1 and 2 will be happening again. Prompts and practice. I have the next really big one that I'm doing is hot flashes. All about writing through menopause, y'all. So for those of you that are interested in that, keep your ears peeled. Oh, let me get some of Cindy's. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, my. Okay, sorry, I had to go find some more fabric. I have this fabric that, Allie, are you still here? Are you still here? Allie sent me this lovely fabric that has like tarot cards on it. So of course I got to put some of this on here. That's going on here for sure. Yay, she's here. So yes, I'm going to add some of my Allie fabric. Oh, I like the little, I got the little strength card lion right there. What else, y'all? What else was I supposed to be talking about today? So at Sacred Makers, I took a class with Rachel Barclay. Her Sashiko and Hanafuken class that she taught. I haven't finished my Hanafuken cloth, but man, talk about somebody who gives a lot. She gives so much in her classes. I love having Rachel teach because she brings so many samples and so many just yummy things for us to work with. So that was pretty amazing. I can actually show y'all a portion of her kit. I don't know if I have all the bits, but because she gives a lot. She gives us a lot. All right, I'm going to cut another piece of this so I can have a couple of pieces of it. And also, Allie sent me this. This is a small portion of what she sent me. So thank you, Allie. Thank you. Yes, the tarot class is coming. I got to get my butt in gear. My assistant is on sabbatical, and I'm drowning without her. Got to get me some assistance in my life. So yes, I'm working on it. It's a coming. It's so close to being done. It's ridiculous. At this point, I'm just piddling about, as my grandmama used to say, piddling about. So I got to get out of my piddling about mode. And I will. Ooh, I'm liking this piece. Let's do a little bit of this. This was in one of those sample packs where you get like a bunch of different patterns, fabric patterns in one, and they're all kind of just these squares. I think these are maybe, let's not guess. These are 5x5, little 5x5 pieces. So I'm going to just patchwork these in to a couple of places. This is a true patchwork, y'all. Now, this is the kind of thing just trying to see where I want to put that. I'm going to have to do a little strip there. Okay. This is the kind of thing, the thing I'm creating here, where you could then, I could, once I get all my fabrics sort of laid out, and I'm over gluing, y'all. I don't need this much glue to base these, because this isn't meant to hold these in place. The stitching is what's going to hold them in place. This is just meant to baste it so that I can get them down onto this base fabric. I think somebody asked me that. Sorry, I missed that question. I didn't answer it. So this is a linen tea towel or linen sort of towel, flour sack type thing that I just cut a piece down to size. And then I'm patchworking on top of it. But you could use muslin. You could even use cheesecloth if you wanted to. So use what you have. Shop your stash. You can use an old sheet, old bed sheet, pillowcase. Anything. What else? Okay, let me look at what y'all got. Hold, please. Listen, Odelia. Okay, in terms of sewing machines, Odelia said she's going to break down and buy a new sewing machine. Let me just make a couple of suggestions. Number one, Joann's always has a sale. Every week there's a sale on some sewing machine. So look at the one that you want. And just, if you can be patient, wait till it goes on sale, because they have them and they're usually on a deep sale. And what I mean by a deep sale is a $400 machine being $79. that kind of deep sale, but you have to be paying attention. You got it, because you can pay attention and get there and they're gone. Literally. Because I think other people are paying attention as well. Obviously you can order them online. Now I know a lot of people have issue with Hobby Lobby. I don't know if people have issue with Joann's as well. I shop at both. Because yeah, I think the practices of the company, I don't really know what the reasons are for all of them, but I do know that there are people who are not the corporate people that rely on that their jobs at Hobby Lobby and Joann's to feed their families. So I'm just like, let's keep them in business. So these people get fed, their families get fed. So that's my thinking, but maybe that's Pollyanna pie in the sky. I don't know. But I do tend to patronize those. So anyway, Joann's always has a sale on their sewing machines. Also, I have a couple of machines that I bought for them. So I have a machine that is like my main machine that I use, which is a Singer. And I love it. And I also bought a, what is the name of this other one? It was like a $300 machine for $80 at Joann's. And it's one that people have been recommending. I went to a workshop where a lady she brought hers with her. And that thing was nice. I want to say the brand is, I can see it, Janome, Janome. Janome. So yeah, I suggest, I don't know what the situation, because I think my Joann's, and I think this is true of most Joann's because I've seen it in other Joann's that I've been in. I think that they have a sewing machine like company, I'm gonna say, in their inside of the Joann's. So it's inside of Joann's, but it's not by Joann's. So anyway, I don't know the whole relationship. Don't make me lie. All right, I'm gonna do some bigger pieces here because I'm starting to see. Where I'm gonna have a bit of an issue if I don't get moving here. That's big, but let's do it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about sewing machines. And believe it or not, I bought my mother a similar sewing machine to the one that I bought at Joann's for like $40. I bought it for her for $40 at Walmart. Same, almost identical. I think it was maybe the year. Let's say mine was a 2021 model. Hers was the 2018 model. But pretty much they do the same thing. So I bought her that for $40. I was in Walmart for something else and I saw it and I was like, $40? I called her. I was like, you want a sewing machine? She was like, sure. You giving me one of yours? I was like, I'm gonna buy one and give it to you. And she loves that thing. It's purple. That's one of her favorite colors, purple. So yeah, that was fun to give her that. So yeah, lots of options out there for the sewing machiners, those wanting sewing machines. All right, so now I'm just trying to find filler pieces. I'm just filling in the blanks at this point, y'all. Filling in the blanks because I'm so close to being done. So I'm just filling in the blanks. My goal with this is to not have any of the original fabric showing on the front. So I'm trying to cover up even like these little strips and bits here for that, using these. I'm also feeling like this over here is kind of boring. This over here got really dynamic, and this over here is kind of blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to add a couple of pieces over here. That's the thing to me about patchworking, is that you can hey, I see y'all out there signing up for Deck Mastermind. I love it. I can't wait to hang out with y'all in that. It's a fun weekend. Even if you can't be there for the weekend, everything's recorded. But I see I'm getting dings on my phone that folks are signing up. So yay! See you there. So yeah, that's one of the things I love about patchworking. I don't remember if it was Soulfully or Quirky that Tiffany and I did online. But we did a session where we had people kind of do something like this, and then you flip it over, you cut out letters and things, and then you have letters that have a bunch of patchworky fabrics on them. So lots of things. Okay, what am I missing? I think I'm missing a piece of this fabric over here. That feels nice. We'll put it there. This glue stick is going to run out momentarily. All right. Oh, I have one little space. Okay, two little spaces that need something. All right, let's put... I don't know. Try not to keep pulling out new fabrics, but oh my gosh, can I show y'all this? All right, I bought this at, who is this? Hobby Lobby. It's supposed to hold little baggies that you then put your threads in, which in theory sounds awesome and amazing. But this thing is not functional. Does anybody else have this? This does not feel functional to me. I mean, first of all, the rings are ridiculous, ginormously big, and they just feel excessive. That's the first thing. Let's name that. The second thing is, I'm like, I could just have the rings and not these little binder covery things. So my thought is that I'm just going to take, hold on. My thought is that I'm going to take this bottom one out. I'm going to take the top cover and the bottom cover off. And I'm just going to have them on a ring like this, because these seem like they are meant to do something else with their lives, not this. So I don't know. This again doesn't seem like a feasible way to store. I don't know. So y'all can tell me, how are you storing your threads? I've shown you all before. I have these little things. Oh, more fabric. Yay. Okay. I have these things, right, where you put the floss on, stick them in these little pockets, and there's a binder. You can put them in a binder. Regular old school binder. In fact, here's the picture for it. Okay, so I have this. I also have these. I have several of these little containers. Listen, y'all, I'm just trying to figure out my life with thread. Got these little DMC floss stickers, so I can, put little stickers on. I'm trying to get myself organized, people. This is what I'm trying to do. But all these options that don't seem to work, give me options. Tell me what you amazing, brilliant humans do to wrangle in your threads. Talk to me. Because I'm with you, Courtney. Courtney says, I have opinions about thread storage. Those bags are not it. Yeah, I need some suggestions. because I'm clearly missing something. Also, at Sacred Makers, we learned how to properly take our skeins apart and make them actually usable for when we're ready to use them. But again, people weren't using these bags. So yeah, these bags, I agree, Courtney, these bags ain't it. They are not doing it for me. They are so flimsy. They are, yeah, just, I don't know who's using these. And yeah, so anyway, I saved that stuff just for y'all to be able to show it to y'all so you all could set me on the straight and narrow. Set me on a good path, please. All right, I got some fabric scraps here that have been hand dyed. I'm going to bring some of these pieces into this last little bit here. Ooh, that's nice. All right, I'm looking and listening for the for the suggestions around thread storage. Let me go back up. Any brand I recommend? Yes, Singer, and for sewing machines, Singer. And that Genome. Now, we'll say the Genome, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Genome, I don't know how you say it. But what I do know is that it is likely, that's not going to work there. It's different. It is different than other sewing machines. Like the bobbin is completely not what you know regular bobbins to be. How you thread it, how you work with it, very different. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. I love these little hand-dyed fabrics. I think Tiffany brought me these from a trip she was on somewhere a couple years ago. I don't know who the person is that hand dyed them, but I think that's where that came from. What else? Let me take some water here. Yeah, I know. Walmart's my least favorite store too. My mama loves Walmart. So I'm in there every now and then for her or with her. Only time. Only time. Only other time I go is if I'm picking up or order from somewhere. Like if we go to a city and we're traveling, I'll order ahead and we just pick up. We don't even go in because it's just easier. Courtney says we are going to have a come to Jesus meeting about these thread storage suggestions. She says she's going to send me pictures. Yay, send me pictures. I'm ready. I'm excited. Odelia says there's a heavy duty Singer with extension tape. Ooh, extension table. Yes, yes, with the extension table. And the heavy duties are great because you can, Tiff has the heavy duty Singer. She sews, y'all didn't just meet Tiff now. She sews on everything, cardboard, chipboard. She sews everything in that machine. She may or may not have broken a needle or two. Who knows? But she definitely does. She loves her heavy duty one because you can sew through really thick things, upholstery fabric, sweater fabric, all sorts of stuff, right? So she has the heavy duty one and really swears by it. So, and I think with the extension table, I feel like that's a pretty good darn deal for that with the extension table. Just saying, don't quote me though, but I think that's a pretty good deal. All right, I'm going to add these last few bits of fabric. Carrie says, I've seen some artists wrap the skeins around old-fashioned clothespins and throw them in a bowl or something on a clothesline in your studio. Yeah, you know, I've seen people do that too. Carrie, I wonder if that is just like for beauty, for aesthetics, or if that really is functional. Because it looks pretty. But is it functional? I need my stuff to be functional. Fun and functional. So yeah, I've seen that with the fabrics. There was someone at the retreat who had what she called drop cards. Do y'all know this terminology? Drop cards. Please let me know in the chat if you know what that is. But it basically looked like these circles with a hole punched in it. And she undoes her skeins of floss, and she says it's also how she keeps her her yarn. She's a knitter and crocheter as well. So it is how she keeps her yarn organized as well. So I don't know. I'm learning. It's all a process. Thread drops. Thank you. What did I say? What did I call it? Yarn drops? Thread drops makes more sense. So now I have something to go searching on here on YouTube land. Here in YouTube land. All right, let's get a little pop of color up here. Why don't we? That piece feels kind of big, but also kind of great right there. I think I'm gonna go with it. Let's do it. Try not to overthink, because I get into overthinking mode when I'm at the end like this. I'm like, oh, it's the last few pieces. Must be perfect. And yeah. Okay. We're so close. There's one little, okay, that's not true. There's two little pieces. There's a little corner over here that I need to address. That. And then I might just do that whole piece like that. I think I will. I think I shall. Drop cards. Drop cards. Thread drops. Yeah, thread drops. I'm learning the lingo, people. I'm learning the lingo. I'm not a native. I'm not a native in the sewing world. I am learning the lingo. All right, friends. We have a literal, oh my gosh, every time I say that, I find another piece that needs something. Okay, let's pull a piece down here. And then we really are so close to being done. Now, I'm sitting here debating if I'm going to hand stitch this or I'm going to run this through my machine. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. I have two sewing machines, two main sewing machines, two sewing machines. Let's just name it. One is my main sewing machine, and the other is the one that I keep the free motion foot in, because I'm just going to tell you, I hate changing out the feed dog, turning down the feed dogs. And I just bought a second machine. I just keep the free motion foot on it. Call me lazy if you wanna. But I was like, nobody has time for all this changing it back and forth over and over again. Too much. All right, we're gonna go with that because it's the perfect and exact size. And guess what? It'll be done. And I'll give you all a big view of it. All right, let me put these away. Okay, here is the final patchwork results. Here are the final patchwork results. I'm going to start at this corner and just run it across, flip it around. I don't know why I'm singing. People who hang out with me a lot tell me I sing all the time. I don't even realize I'm doing it. So there it is, y'all. What it's going to be, Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know yet. I said I was going to put it on the back of that bag, but I'm like, ooh, I could make my own bag with this. Right? I could cut that out and make a bag. I could make a deck pouch with this. I could make a journal cover or 2 or 3 or 4. So I don't know. My thought is that I'm going to do some kanta stitching on it, which is basically just straight stitches all the way across in one direction. But I'm also feeling like I want to run it under my free motion foot and just do some crazy, you know, abstract-y stitching, which is probably more like what I will end up doing. That's probably more what I will end up doing. Okay, so Carrie says, oh, Delia's ordered it. Yay. Carrie says, you can gather the ones you need for a project in a bowl on your table right at hand. Yeah, I like that, Carrie. You're right. Well, Delia says, love that kind of fabric collage. Yeah. Fabric collage or patchworky situation. All right, loves. So I am going to just look back through the chat really quickly. I don't see anything else. And I'm going to start wrapping up. So as I wrap up, I just want to say thank you all for hanging out with me for a little bit. I will be sure to check back in on what I actually end up doing with this and what I end up doing with that wallpaper and the finished project on my sacred makeup. Listen, I have 1,000 projects, 1,000. So I don't know what this is going to do or be, but I am going to run it. I've decided. It's decided. I'm running it through my machine. And I'm just going to do some stitching just to kind of get everything adhered here so that I am going to let the glue get completely dried though, because you know when you run, even if the glue is cheap glue like the Office Depot one, you still run the risk of getting glue on your needles, you know. But if you're a mixed media artist, that's just kind of par for the course, right? If you are a stitcher, I mean, if you're a seamstress or somebody who works with fabric for like a profession and a living, please buy yourself a separate machine for mixed media stitching. Just don't even go there. I can't tell you the number of people who have seen me stitching on paper and cringe, but such is life. All right, friends, I hope you all are going to have a great week. Don't forget our card for this week as a collective, Radical Truth. I hope that you can find a way to bring some radical truth into your life. Work with the number 7, spirituality, introspection, self-analysis, reflection. It's one of those numbers. It's also a number of letting spirit take action kind of thing, right? Control and constraint. A lot of other things, but for now, we'll go with checking in with yourself around the truth spiritually for yourself. Be introspective this week. Spend some time in self-analysis. Give yourself time to reflect on what truth means for you, and are you being honest with yourself? Okay. I love y'all, and I'm happy that I got to hang out with you for a little bit here today. I am going to go and stitch on this, and then I think I'm gonna plop myself on the couch. It's been a lazy Saturday around here, and I'm just gonna keep that going. So I look forward to connecting with you all again this month. I'm gonna see some of y'all in Deck Mastermind. I just saw you sign up, so that's awesome. And I'll see others of you in other classes, places, and spaces that we share. Thank you so much for being here, and most importantly, hear me on this. Thank you. Thank you for being creative and putting your creative energy out into the world, because I am a firm believer that the way we're going to heal this world is if everybody has a way to creatively express themselves, to be radically truthful with who they are and how they want to show up in this world. So the creatives, this is the work we do. We're healing ourselves through this, but we're also rippling out good healing energy to the world. So keep creating, friends. No matter what you Don't worry about what it's going to be for, what it's going to do. Just create. Let yourself express yourself creatively. I hope you have a beautiful week. Thank you. Be well. Bye, y'all. Love you.